Hello and welcome to another casted game of Age of Empires 3DE. Um, this is the second game of a best of 3 set from week 3 of the Sunbros 1v1 tournament, and this is a game between Gideon and Pixelbuggy, and the map for this game is Portugal. In this game we have got Gideon playing as one of the oldest and most aggressive European civilizations in the game, which is of course Russia. And we have got Pixelbuggy playing as one of the newest and most defensive, in principle, civilizations in the game. That is Malta. Some good vibes being exchanged in the chat as we get started. The map for this game is Portugal. It offers you a narrow but very well populated sea, nice and close to your town centre, so you can get a relatively safe dock in if you're careful. And it also offers you a 5 trading post trade route down the right hand side of the map, located inside this lovely lily-filled river down the right-hand side of the map. In between that, you've got a long-ish, thin-ish strip of land. You've got a couple of royal houses there, and you've got a smattering of hunts. And that's Portugal. Gideon, if you didn't see the first game, I'm going to tell you that Gideon won that game with a really unique mercenary-based strat using the British and using the Cossack Daredevil, which was the mercenary available on Vistula Basin. And I wonder if we're going to see some of the OG Cossacks coming out of Gideon in this game. We almost certainly will, of course, it being Russia. Malta, on the other hand, we've got 1 versus 1 anti-water, a great deck title. Absolutely love to see it. And they are opening up with the 2 churches. That's going to give them 2 church wagons, and those 2 churches are going to give them a nice supply of XP. It also increases the church build limit, so they can potentially hand build a 3rd church for even more XP. That's just going to boost their XP curve and gives them access to more of their great shipments as they go on through the game. Also only gathering food right now, so is not going to be building that 3rd church for the moment. We'll check back in with Russia. Russia doing... I just need to take note of the deck name because I'm really enjoying Gideon's deck names. Deck name here called Nobody Expects, and it's Team Patriarchy. I didn't think Russia had a Spanish Inquisition card, so we'll have to wait and see what Nobody Expects. But opening up with Distributivism, which I can tell you for now, free, I did expect. So there you are. Russia, 14 villagers, and looks like they are saving up the 800 to age up with that. Russia also putting their explorer nice and close to the enemy base. They're going to be checking out their hunt situation, going to be finding their town centre. There's actually got temporary control over this royal house. I expect Pixelbuggy will want that soon. Back soon. Seen the 2 churches, so Gideon is down with the meta. We'll know what that means. Malta, meanwhile, have already earned and sent the 3 settlers card, and consequently have 16 settlers. So actually we're able to gain a relatively fast age up there, I guess, if they only trained up to 13 themselves. No, I'm talking nonsense. That's a perfectly standard age up. Has earned another shipment. These early shipments are going to come in really, really fast with these 2 churches on the map. Could be chopping the wood here to save up for German tongue, but it's going to be arriving quite a long time after they completely age up, if that's what they're doing. Could potentially just be stacking up for any one of the many, many good age 2 shipments that Malta have available. We'll have to wait and see about that. check back in on Gideon. So no units forward, no villagers forward to build any sort of forward base here. Indeed, although plenty of wood coming in from distributism, so difficult to say whether they will be going for the blockhouse as well as the saloon that we're seeing once again. Gideon, you sort of has form here with outlaws, it seems. And sending this card, team healers are cheaper and train much faster. So that is going to help them with the cost of priests and the cost of healers if they have any Native American teammates, which they don't because this is a 1v1 game. I am very excited to see why that card is being sent and what sort of healing units are available here to Gideon. I sort of assume it's just the standard old priest. And what is going to happen with that? We've got 5 Inquisitors coming out of the saloon for Gideon. So once again, it's a mercenary strat. Of course, not British this time, so he's going to need to sort of put down the houses at cost. Also, mission furthering, so really going for the healer buff. I'm just going to do... Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is some incredible knowledge. Sinister priest who spies and heals in the name of faith. These are tagged as healers. These are priests. So going to be getting the benefit of that team patriarchy. Going to be getting the benefit of that unction as well. These Inquisitors, how much they cost? They cost 50 gold. I guess that's been halved by the card. Probably was 100 before. So Russia can absolutely throw these out. The house, the population cost is going to be much more prohibitive than the gold cost. And so we see the 700 wood coming out and 5 villagers on wood. I wonder how many are going to be moved to wood after those crates are all done. And you've got 4 villagers here mining gold, but they're not going to run out of gold for absolutely days because they only need 250 for a batch of 5 of these Inquisitors. So, those are the Inquisitors. It was unexpected, and this is what we are dealing with. So, what kind of... They have a hand siege attack, absolutely incredible. A massive buff against other mercenaries and heroes, a little buff against villagers, and a fairly respectable siege attack there. Oh, especially with the rate 1.5, yeah. So these are weird units. Not really much use inside the counter system. They don't, particularly beat anything. But going to be effective for raiding, killing villagers, and generally sort of causing a headache. Let's check back in with Malta. It's been a while, hasn't it? We've got 11 crossbowmen on the field, I think. Just a sad single batch being completed just there. Now it's up to 16. We've got 5 pikemen. It's a bow park composition. We've got a commandery wagon has just come out. So potentially a very late send of German tongue there. Yeah, I see the settler wagons. That seems to be the case. We've got Wigner Court construction on the ground as well, buffing up all the villages in these Maltese base. Let's just check the village account. So we've got 24 for Malta plays, 23 for Russia, but don't forget that those 24, they're going to feel like 30% more. So about 31 or 32. So Malta's economy really boosted. Of course, they do need to chop a lot of wood, which is a slow gathering resource, in order to bring out these Arctic infantry units, these pikemen and crossbows. Going to be going for a nice bit of territory grab here with this forward hospital. Of course, the hospital, the Maltese hospital only costs 100 wood. It's a nice cheap building, gives them a little healing buff as well as the ability to train infantry. That's a really nice play. Good to see. Now we've got the armies meeting here. These are almost all the Inquisitors. We've got some Cossacks for Gideon lurking in the back. But aside from that, it's 21 Inquisitors, and that's the whole of their army. Although, oh my god, look at this. I've just noticed the resistances on this unit. It's absolutely horrible. It's got 50% range resist. It's got 225 health. Let's just take a moment to notice how difficult it is for these crossbows. These 18 crossbows. They're not even trying anymore, but I saw a second ago when they were shooting at the Inquisitors. It was taking the whole army to get down like one Inquisitor just. These things are absolutely tanky. Going to be causing a real problem. Malta trying to do Malta things with the depot. Absolutely backfires, unfortunately. I think Gideon just saw that one coming. It's got this villager out in front of their base that needs to be worried about. Is now trying to defend with their commandery and going to effectively try and rely on their walls, their buildings to throw up a screen here against this force, but I think they're going to have very little luck with that because these Inquisitors have an incredible siege. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 3 rounds at 1.5 seconds per round to take down that church. I mean, it didn't have the most HP in the world, but think about how fast that is. Cossacks now coming in and even daring to fight these pikemen, which is really the wrong way around to do things. Going to be harassing these villagers in front of the base. The Inquisitors can also do great stuff against these villagers. What phenomenally ridiculous game knowledge from Gideon to get these Inquisitors out. Absolutely blown away. Disappointed perhaps only that we haven't seen them healing at all. Absolutely blown away with how strong they were able to get with those cards and that unction upgrade. Now the Inquisitors causing real problems for Malta in terms of being in their base and killing villagers. Not really going for any of the major buildings yet, but don't need to because that's it. That's the game. The story of the game I can sum up in one simple picture, and it's this little box down here. Look at the stats on these Inquisitors. 225 health, and I guess they were in cover mode earlier when they were getting, because they were getting that 50% range resist or something, and that's gone away now. Absolutely fierce units, absolutely big problem for anyone to deal with, and you'd think Malta would be right out there ready to mount a good defense against this kind of monocomp 8-9 minute long age 2 push, but they were absolutely eaten up here by these Inquisitors, and that's going to be the set. That is 2-0 to Gideon, so we don't have a game 3, and that's all for this set. You've got to say congratulations to Gideon for showing off some really good game knowledge to bring out the right compositions and the right use of those outlaws in both of these games. And commiserations to Pixelbuggy. Seemed to play well, but just feel like got a bit outmaneuvered by these strategies from Gideon. That's all for this set. That's all for now. Goodbye and GG.